Okay, in this video we're going to sketch the angle 225 degrees for theta, and we're going to determine the 6 trig functions, or the sine of theta, cosine of theta, tangent of theta, and then all of the reciprocal functions there. So 225, again we know this is 0 or 360, here's 90, here's 180, and here's 270. So we know 225, standard position for theta, I go all the way around 180, and then I'm going to go another 45 there for 225. So here is my theta, which is 225 degrees. I'm going to build the triangle. So I build the triangle. The angle formed here, we know that this makes a 45 degree angle. So 45, 45, 90. And then if I fill in my ratio, or ratios, I've got 1, 1, radical 2. And I can use these then to find my different values. So sine of theta is going to be, as we remember from geometry, SOHCAHTOA, which SOHCAHTOA, sine, opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite over hypotenuse is going to be 1 over radical 2, which if I move the radical to the top is actually radical 2 over 2. If I then go ahead and also need to make sure, is one thing I forgot here that I got to point out to you. So we know this one is negative 1, and this one is negative 1. So it just so happens, as I'm filling this in here, this is going to be a negative, and as I fill this in and flip it, it's actually going to make that negative. So sine of theta is negative radical 2 over 2. My cosecant of theta is going to be then, if I flip it, it's just going to be negative radical 2. Okay, let's go ahead and do cosine. Cosine theta, we know, is adjacent over hypotenuse. Well, adjacent over hypotenuse is negative 1 over radical 2 again, which again simplifies to negative radical 2 over 2. And then if I do my secant theta, it's going to be also negative radical 2. And then if I do my last one, tangent, which tangent is opposite over adjacent, well, opposite over adjacent is going to be negative 1 over negative 1, which negative 1 over negative 1 just becomes positive 1. And then if I do my cotangent theta, if I do the reciprocal, again, reciprocal of 1 is just simply going to remain 1. So tangent theta is 1, cotangent theta is 1. And that would take you through the 6 trig functions for an angle here, 225, that actually has forms a special right triangle, which is a 45, 45, 90 triangle.